Hey everybody, how's it going? So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a little evening trip. It's about 4 o'clock and we're just going to go out and see what we can do. I finally got some nav lights for the John boat, so maybe we'll fish some dock lights if the fishing's good enough to stay out that late. But yeah, we're doing, you know, the old normal VUDU, JERKSHAD, and I got a little DOA CAL 3-inch swim bait on. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the water. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so we're going to start off with this little DOA CAL on a 1/2 ounce jig head. That 30-pound leader, 20-pound braid, lighter setup, and we'll get to fishing. So on little docks like these, where they're kind of floating, and you know snook will be kind of hunkered down there. They're not going to be swimming around really looking for bait. This is going to be their spot where they kind of ambush prey. I kind of try to bounce something off the bottom near here. Kind of let them see it and get a little bit more of an ambush strike than a reaction bite. Oh look, little shark. Look, little bull shark. Alright, so we switched to that JERKSHAD. There's something blowing up over there. Switch to the JERKSHAD, 40-pound leader, 30-pound braid on the 4,000 pen battle. Jeez. Got my heart freaking racing. Goodness gracious, man. Whew. Man, it is so hot. Oh my god. Alright, we picked up the 4-inch VUDU. We're going to toss that around a little bit. I think it's so hot that they're going to be either tied up close to the trees or on the bottom. I heard a couple of you say to slow down my retrieve, so I'm going to work on that today. Pretty little snook. Alright, so I'm going to be fishing some docks here. And I think I'm going to try to focus more on the bottom. When I normally fish these, I, have that JERKSHAD, and it's kind of up on top. It's super windy. So I'm going to see if I can get down closer to the bottom. See if I can pick off any fish that are hanging out deep on these docks. I'm going to throw a little Pro Cure on here too. There's a bunch of glass minnows here. There's got to be stuff underneath it. Oh no, he's around the drawer. Another tarpon. Oh no. All right. Nice little tarpon. Beautiful fish. He wasn't going anywhere either. All right, let me try to get a picture and I'll let him go. All right, let's get a good release on her. She's getting ready to go. Woo! Off she goes. Another beautiful tarpon. Man, that's awesome. All right, we're gonna kind of finish fishing this dock because I feel like there's probably more fish around. Ooh. I think I'm getting smoked again. Oh my god. A little snook. Friggin' about ripped his face off. Alright, so just in case you guys haven't watched the video where I go over my knots, I'm gonna tie the knot that I use for all of my lures or hooks. I go through the eye, spin it 5 to 7 times depending on the diameter of the line, bring it back through this loop, and you just gotta spit on that thing, cinch it down nice and tight, and then cut off your tag end. You're ready to fish. So what I'm doing is I'm fishing these docks like really aggressively, kind of just any hole I see, I just kind of throw in there and bounce it off the bottom in that area. Switch up the retrievals a little bit, do a slow straight retrieve, bounce it off the bottom, twitchy retrieve. Kind of see if anything's hanging around these pilings, because they could be in the piling right next to your bait, but they could just be being lazy and you miss a good fish because you just didn't cast next to that one piling. So just kind of things to think about when you're fishing docks like this. So I wanted to kind of explain how my fishing days go from start to finish, and it's kind of tough, you know, when I'm filming a video and, you know, I say I'm going to be using one bait and then the next clip I'm using another bait without any explanation. Usually like the first hour or two until I figure out the bite is pretty random. You know, I got however many rods I got laid down on the deck, and I'm just kind of throwing them in certain places that I think each one of those baits would work. And once I start catching fish on them and I see a trend, that's kind of the bait that I stick with for the most part of the day. I don't really vary too much, so like now I kind of see that they're liking a slower moving bait on the bottom, you know, smaller profile, so I'm not really going to go too far from that. You know, I may throw the VUDU a little bit if we get into some mangroves, but still it's kind of the same kind of action on a bait. A little bit lower in the water column, bouncing it off the bottom. You know, there's no not too different, maybe a little bit slower presentation, but that's kind of how I get to throw each lure for most part of the day. It's usually just whatever's working based off of the first couple hours of me fishing, and it will change throughout the day. Like a night bite obviously isn't going to be the same as a afternoon or morning bite, so you have to keep that in mind. But you know, you kind of generally know that whatever the fish are feeling, and if it works, why try to fix it? All right, we're gonna fish some docks with some more current. See if that could have anything to do with it. All right, going back to the old VUDU. This is the 4-inch. Has that little rattle in it, which I really like, and it's a little bit heavier. We're gonna try to throw this around a little bit, see if we can catch anything. Mainly targeting tarpon here. So I'm going to drag that VUDU behind the boat. I'm hearing some huge blow up back here, and I definitely wouldn't mind catching it. So alright, I'm going to fish these seawalls real hard real quick, and then because there's big fish busting all over these all over bait, all over them. So I'm going to see what I think they're big jack, but that'd be a cool way to end the day off. Alright, to end off the day, we're going to throw this little 3-inch DOA CAL with some Procure on it, and see if we can catch a bridge bite right before slack tide here and the sun going down. Wow, that's not the bridge snook I was expecting to catch. Oh, all right. And again, guys, this is the PENN Battle 3000 on the Squadron 3 7-foot medium light fast action rod. This is actually the setup that I caught both of those tarpon on. So, I mean, it handles its own. It's not a, it's not like a little you know, cheapo rod, it did really, really well with both of those tarpon. And again, like I said, this rod was only like 50 bucks on Amazon. Came in a couple days. The packaging wasn't the best, but what can you expect? I mean, it's Amazon. But it came in one piece. Everything was good to go. I'm actually very impressed with this rod. I may grab another one or two just for backups. So generally what I do here is I cast it long and as close to the pilings as I can, and let it sink to the bottom. Oh man, oh, some weeds. Cast as long and straight next to the pilings as I can, let it sink, and then just jig it once it hits the bottom. And just kind of bounce it like I was doing with the, actually there's a lot of weeds over here, so I may just kind of keep it off the bottom, which is good too. I mean, you could do that, speed up your retrieve a little bit, just keep it lower in the water column. Oh, good snook. Oh my god, monster snook. Oh my god, good snook. Good snook. Alright. Oh, he came off. No. Alright. Man, he frayed the crap out of my leader. That's how we're gonna have to end the day. Oh man, that's a bummer. But I can't stay out here any longer. It's getting too dark. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the truck, and we'll talk about how the day went. Alright guys, well, it was a cool day today. You know, I learned things, you know, about slowing down a little bit, and I'm not really good at that because I'm impatient, and I always grew up learning how to fish fast for peacock and snakehead and stuff like that. Where I grew up, that was all I fished for 25 years. So it was nice to learn something and have a productive day. You know, that tarpon, caught a few snook, lost that big one at the end, and that was a heartbreaker. But you know what, I couldn't mess around with it anymore. I bought nav lights for the boat, but I never really tried them out, and when I tried to put them on, they didn't work, so I have to rig something up to get them to sit on the boat right. But no, it was a great day. It was really, really hot in the beginning, and like almost to the unbearable point, but you know, I caught some fish on a lure that I don't normally catch fish on, and gained some confidence in that bait, so it's just another tool for the toolbox. So I hope you guys learned at least something from this video, or took something away, or just at least enjoyed the content. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.